Hello, everyone, and welcome to Light Language Messenger. And for those of you joining me from the Great Awakening Generator channel, you're very welcome here. And thank you so much for watching, all of you. If you watched the previous video that I put out today, I said that this was going to be happening. There was going to be another video today because we kind of missed out yesterday without a light language message. And yes, I know I said that sometimes that will happen. I didn't say I was going to make up for it, but today, one of the things my guide said to me was to just do this because this one was very important. Now, if you watch that one, you would know that I am going to be doing a card. I've drawn a card from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. I didn't think I was going to, but I'm doing it. I had a dream about that a couple of nights ago that I was drawing a card, and when I woke up yesterday in the morning, I was woken up earlier than usual, and I just felt guided to sit in my armchair and cover myself in blankets because it's quite cold here in the morning at that time, and just sit down and listen to the guides and see what they're saying, because I think that is the call for us to do right now. And my week kind of started this way, where I was guided to do all of this stuff about self. And, if you're watching all the other light language messages, we were talking about that, right? And I felt like on Wednesday, I was sort of slowing down and things were feeling flat a little bit. And I didn't know why I felt like that. I mean, lots of people watch the videos, but I just felt really like this was a thing that was happening. Anyway, I spent most of yesterday lying down after I'd done all my chores, gone out to my client, got some work, came back, and I just felt the need to lie down because I was feeling that much energy shifting inside me, in my mind, in my heart, in my body, all of that. Anyway, yesterday when I sat down to do, so now I won't go to that. I'll go a little bit further back. So when I interviewed Jane Scarrett a couple of days ago, or 3 days ago, 4 days ago, I can't remember now, but you'll know, because you would have watched the video, right? She started to talk about stuff concerning me. She was giving me a kind of reading without us even planning that in the video. And then afterwards, she gave me a complete reading with my name and my date of birth and all of that. And interestingly enough, something came out in that suggested that perhaps I should be using my name that was given to me at birth according to the astrology, because that's what Indian parents do, right? They go and look at the time of birth, the date of birth, the day of birth. They give that to the priest that they go to. And what happens is the priest will give names. They might give 4 names and the parents choose one out of that. My case, my parents got 1 name, and then they went to a second priest who gave them the 1 name. And then because they couldn't get their heads around the name, they even spelled it wrong for a long time. They registered my name incorrectly spelled with the internal affairs. And I had to go through my life at some point or the other and actually have it corrected to what it actually is. Right. And so when my parents went to the 3rd priest, what happened was my grandmother believed that if something happened in threes, that it was meant to be. So that was it. And so the 3rd priest gave the same name, and then the rest is history. That's why I have the name. The name is, I'll say it to you, Anand the Ruby. I said it with all of my tones, right, of my language. So it's ANANDA hyphen Ruby, RUBY, like the precious stone. Ananda or Anandam in the Sanskrit language is bliss, joyful, but extreme bliss. That's what Anandam means. And Ananda comes from that. So my question for myself at the moment is, do I start calling myself Ananda? Now, Ananda Ruby, blissful stone, blissful precious stone, that is me. All right, I see I've got my joy back. Can you tell? Well, if you're called joy, why wouldn't you have joy, right? Exactly, right? Okay, right. Let's come back to this now. We won't go off on a tangent about the name. But the question coming up to me is, do I still refer to myself as Rose? Or do I start referring to myself as Anand the Ruby? If you anglicize Anand the Ruby, it'll be Ananda Ruby. Some people make a mistake and say Amanda. Well, it's not Amanda, it's Ananda, ANANDA, right? Okay. Now, I'm saying this because I'm coming back to numerology for all of us, not just me, but for you. What I was led to after Jane, because I'd actually started reading my book, going through my book again. I was led to go through my book again, this one here, which I've shown in the other video. Glynis Has Your Number, written by Glynis McCants. And everything you need to know about your numerology is in this book. Okay. I was going through it and I was checking out my dog's name and does it match my life path number, all of that. And then Jane did that impromptu reading for me. And then she went on and did more. And then suddenly my name thing comes up. And then I had my day off yesterday and I was prompted by the guides, back to being prompted by the guides to wake up in the morning and sit down and with them. And when I was sitting down in the chair, they were really guiding me. I was guided to do some stuff for somebody else. Okay. This is something I'm working on at the moment. And I'll tell you about that when it is necessary to tell you about that. Right now, I can't tell you about that. Okay. However, I did my praying with the light language, my bringing in the guides and asking for help and guidance with that situation. And then I was led to myself. The things they asked me to do is to look at my relationships. The relationships that I currently have, are they serving me? What are they serving me like? Okay. The situation I find myself in, lack of work and all of that, what's behind that? Okay. And I'll tell you the solution to one of those, because today I found the solution to one of those. Okay. Then also the thought patterns I have, the relationships that I'm mourning that didn't work out, they take over my life. There's one in particular that really occupies my mind space. Okay. And that is like a romantic relationship. That is a relationship that comes from a previous lifetime. He was my husband in a previous lifetime, and now he has our child from that previous lifetime. I know all of this. He doesn't. I feel the connection. He doesn't. And the strong emotions I feel about it is emotions that I'm carrying from the previous lifetime into this lifetime. And it doesn't help that we have the same life path number and that we have the same soul number. It doesn't help me knowing that, because now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the romantic in me is thinking, oh, am I supposed to be with him? And that confuses it confuses the hell out of me. It confuses the heck out of me. And I was like, it's taking up my mind space. Can you see how boggling that is? I don't need to spend my time on things that are not serving me. We don't need to spend time on things that are not serving us. Are they distractions from the purpose of our lives? Are they distractions from us moving on and dealing with the things in our lives that we actually need to deal with? Now, I'm talking about this. This is my experience. I know that someone out there is probably having at least one person is probably having something similar, if not exactly, but something similar. So I'm putting this out for you today. Okay, as well. When it comes to the financial abundance and the opportunities and the business and closing my business and all of that, and not having joy in the work that I usually do for income, like I'm a general accountant. So I do bookkeeping. I'm a training consultant. So I teach people how to use accounting software. I teach people various things, right? And I also have a life coach qualification. And why am I not using it? So one of the things I was guided to find in this book here, there's two things I'll talk about. My house number. And the other one is the name of my business. What is its numerology? All of that information that you need in terms of what the numerology is and what it should be for what outcome you want, and matching your life path number is in this book. I'm not advertising for. I'm telling you, this book has got it. I got this probably last year, towards the end of last year, and I watched her talking with Colette Baron Reid on Colette's channel. And I thought, I'd love to know that. I'd love to have the answers to my numerology at my fingertips. And there you go. It's here. All right. But so if you ever think you want to get this book so that you can check out your numerology in your own time, that's it. So I feel like I was guided with all that light language we were doing and talking about dreams and talking about hopes and connecting once again with the life we want to live, brought me to that stuff coming out with Jane, brought me to this book before that. Then it's the book after that. It brought me to my time where I had time and space about stuff going on in my life that I'm wasting time with. I was talking to my friend Kathy Vassetti, and Kathy was telling me about, is it Graham Nelson? I'll tell you right now, because I want to get this guy's name right. And he's teaching people how to do clearing for themselves about stuff that they are experiencing blocks with. Okay. What is his name? His name is Bradley Nelson. Dr. Bradley Nelson on YouTube is offering a lot of free stuff there. And Kathy was saying to me, you know how we say we've got blocks and we want to clear the blocks? She said, he's saying you release the thing. You don't clear it, you release it. And so I think sometimes a word makes a whole lot of difference. And then when I spoke to Kathy a couple of days ago, Kathy's in North Carolina, my absolute loving, wonderful, beloved Kathy. And we met on the first cruise. We were together on the Abraham Hicks cruise in the Caribbean, and we have remained friends. That was in 2018, and we are still friends, right? Divinely orchestrated. And Kathy reminded me about that, and she sent me a clip by Dr. Bradley Nelson. She said, Rose, watch this and see how it resonates. And you know what? What resonated with me already is the idea that I can clear it for myself. I can clear it for my sorry, I'll say it again. I can release it for myself, whatever's coming through from the generational lines and whatever. And I can release it not just for myself, but maybe for my pets or if I had a young child. All right. I wouldn't do it for my daughter unless she asked me to, because she's a grown up. So I then come to this card by Izzy Ivy. This is the card, and I'm going to share it now. I'll put myself on musician's mode, and I'm going to share the card. I should remember not to share with standing out here. Here we are. This is the cards, and I'm just going to take that away, and I'm going to say, let's increase it. Can we increase it? Now, friends, I want to say this to you. I probably did this on the Light Language Messenger channel. The infinite or infinite card, however you say that word, it's the number 49 card. And you can see all the chakra columns balanced there. It's even going what looks like to below the earth star chakra. But there is light shining from above, and that light is just all over this. I thought this card was just for me, but I'll tell you what, it's for you too. Right, we're not going to worry too much about the numerology, although I'll read the numerology out. It's the number 49 card, which then 4 plus 9 is equal to 13, which then 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. And it's come up a lot in my space, this 13 number that reduces to 4. O la katamalato la hiava kachele koto tabahena koto ekala zolo anama kachofeleco. I thought it was just for me, but I think it's for you too. Kasemaro tafana karate totoramahe. I am holding the wrong book in my hand. I'm holding the unicorns book, but here we go, number 49. And I'll tell you what, when you hear what I'm about to say, you'll know that it's possibly for you, if you're paying attention and if you're looking for some answers. The infinite or infinite card. The synopsis or the descriptor for this card is the eternal life force, cycles of growth, rising from the ashes, many deaths and rebirths within one's life. You are so much more than your physical body. The beings in Lemuria are said to have lived for many hundreds of years. As they were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature or infinite nature. The Lemurians were multidimensional beings and regularly traversed realms other than the physical, including the places before and after death. Oh, wow. As we become aware that we are so much more than our physical bodies, we may experience a sense of the eternal. Thus, fear around death gives way to recognizing new beginnings. So, we remember what is real and focus on what we wish for this life. Whatever we believe will happen when our body goes back to the earth. We can live to the fullest while we are here. In this incarnation, you may feel like you have led many lives and expressed different faces to the world. We can experience many, many deaths and rebirths. as we allow outdated parts of ourselves to fall away. When we choose to align our lives with our spirit, we may find we experience more of these mini deaths. They can be daunting, but are fast-tracking our growth to prepare us for the shining new chapter that beckons. The divinatory meaning. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away. Doors are opening, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and see how far they can reach. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, my friends, celebrate. Honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your elevation process. Now I invite you to take a moment, wherever you are, to breathe. Kalamai kotolo koto whanakahe. Kalamai ke whanakono kolomaka whahena kato. Talamahi kota. Ea lokuta mana kata whanake lama koto. Jela kata whanakata e ramaha. Oh, ramahi. Breathe, my friends. Alama kicholono katamahi. Oh, rahira hoahe. You're so infinite, Talamahi kofahena tokuro. Ekalamahe. Ora kelama kutofana kateta. Kolomase samala kefena. Chela kutofo na kerama kofola ketete. If you're feeling like you want to leave, if you're feeling like you cannot do it anymore, if you're feeling like, oh, this is so challenging. Oh, my friends. Oh, my friends. Take heart, take heart, take heart. We're injecting the joy of life. We're injecting the love of life. We're injecting the bliss of life. Oh, zamai zemele kototo nahe. Ikilavek tolo, zeveleke chomolaka na tokromahu. Oh, my friends. Eloto, eloto, eloto. Kalamasafrete. O kale katamahino, katamahino. Om Maya. Om Maya. Kelamate Korana. Ichala kotanama kitamara ketanamate topara. Beautiful friends, beautiful souls. Today, find what it is that's going to help you get back on your track. Ichala na 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 la 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 no 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 na katana na tetata. Korama ketafaranake. If you feel like sometimes you want to leave, if you feel like you want to die sometimes, inokonomakase, perhaps it is a mini death. Perhaps it's a phase dying in your life, but it feels like it's a physical, emotional thing. Iraroro katamara kafono kotototo. Eneketetapo ramakasharte kefarakatono kahe. Rise up like the phoenix, because those experiences are necessary. We need to die to the old selves in order to rise up and be the self that you need to be here. But it is not a physical death, even though sometimes the physicality is experiencing the pain, the sickness, the unwellness. So when it comes to the numerology, I mentioned the business thing that I've learned. I've learned that the new business name that I gave my business is a complete challenge number for me and my numerology. I've also learned that the house number that I have is perfect for me in numerology, but it represents something I'm not. I am not a party animal. I'm a party animal if I'm out with a group of friends and there's dancing happening, and so I dance all the time. But I do not have parties and socializing at my home. I have become much of a recluse, and I really love it, because this is helping me do and fulfill my purpose on the planet. And I've never really had a party home, ever. My house has never been a house of party and immense socialization. But the number of my house is that kind of energy. What I can do to make it a house that's different is I can say, okay, maybe I would like my house to be a number 2. I beg your pardon, or a number 8, right? So currently my house number is a number 6, and that's not suiting my lifestyle. It's not suiting my ambition. I'd like my home to be a number 8, because that's what I need right now in my life, okay? So I need a number 2 to be on the door. And what I've done today is I've put it on a post-it sticker, a number 2 written in bold black, and I've stuck it on the door. That is how you can fix it. Again, if you want to know more, contact Jane Scarrett. She does the stuff, okay? You know where to find her. She's on the Great Awakening Generator. She's done that interview with me this week. And there we go. Glynis has your number. I am not advertising for Glynis McCants. I don't know her personally. I'm just saying she's giving me some answers. And you don't have to find Glynis. You can find, like I say, Jane Scarrett. Contact her. And if you want to contact Jane, you can contact her through me. Just send a message via email, and I'll put you together with Jane, and then you can. I should actually put Jane's email address on that post. I do need to do some fixing up with it, and I will do it. So that is our light language for today, for this second session. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you, friends. So much love to you. And if you catch this soon enough, I hope that you'll share it with your friends, and yeah, I love it that so many people are subscribing. I think we've got one doubtful subscriber on the Great Awakening Generator. I want to tell you, good things happen on this channel. It operates on the platform of love. It's okay to subscribe to both. All right, thank you so much. I'll catch you next time. Namaste. Much love.